Holy cow, the barge is back. That makes me very excited. It's over 5,200 as of this recording. But anyways, on to today's review, where we're going to check out the 3 3/4 inch Power of the Force 2 Bespin Luke Skywalker. Let's head to that table and check this one out. And here's Bespin Luke Skywalker on that freeze frame Power of the Force 2 card, as I mentioned. He was released in '98, and this card got you, well, pretty much everything as I just implied. It's released on that green lightsaber card. Get a good look at the figure through the blister, with that little note there at the bottom that this hand is detachable, along with the name and included lightsaber blaster pistol. And off to the side, you get your freeze frame slide, where you get a good look at Luke as he wanders through the halls of Bespin. On the back side of the card, you got your big image cut out with the bio information of what he's kind of up to at this time. Below that, you have your other figures and even the beast assortments that were available at the time, with a little checklist that you can check those off if you wanted. And then underneath that, you got your special offer to send in your UPC codes and a few bucks for shipping and handling. And that got you the freeze frame holders. Pretty awesome that that was offered. And looking at it out of the packaging, I gotta say, even today, I love this figure as much as I do as the day I bought it. I know this is not probably the best version of Bespin Luke that we've received. Certainly not the worst. But I don't know, it's just something about this, I just love the look of it. Maybe for its simplicity, or maybe because it just reminds me so much of the Luke Skywalker action figure that I played with when I was a kid, which is this guy right here. I still have it. As you can see, this figure certainly received its fair share of playtime, but sliding back to this release, I don't know, something about it feels so classic and yet pretty well updated. Obviously, the sculpt as a whole, still a little bit on the bulky stance look, but it's gotten a lot better since the line was released in '95. This is 3 years later, so things are starting to look pretty good. And overall, one thing I'm really trying to figure out with the outfit, is it tan or is it gray? Certainly the figures in the, in this range of the modern line have gone from this tan look to a dark gray look. I keep looking at the movie, and in some scenes it seems like it certainly might be a tan, and yet in other scenes, even as we saw in the back of the card, it looked pretty gray to me. So I don't know for accuracy what we got here. That aside, going in on the head sculpt, things are pretty decent looking here. Again, the head sculpting as far as resemblance to Luke Skywalker or Mark Hamill, not entirely there, but it's not a horrible sculpt either. I like the sculpting to the hair, nice paint job to that. This figure does have some big bright blue eyes on him though. They are painted in quite nicely though, I'll say that. They're just pretty big looking. Nothing else special going on in the face area. I do have a little smudge or something on the side of the face, as you see it kind of rolling in there. It doesn't wipe off. I don't think it'd be paint, but I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, going into the chest area, I really like the sculpting to the outfit. Obviously, you got your little wrinkles and stuff sculpted in there, but you look a little closer, you see on his right shoulder that his little pocket or whatever is kind of torn, and you see the pocket on the left side, his left side of his chest has got a torn sculpting to it. And then overall to the figure too, it's got this little dirt wash sprayed on. I don't think it's like a wash of a paint. It is more sprayed on. You can see little dark speckles and stuff here and there on it. So that's really cool to see. And then of course he's got hands. Those are looking pretty good. Obviously his right hand, that's the one that's detachable. So certainly no problems with paint overspraying onto the sleeve, but that left hand does have a little bit of overspray. Really nothing horrible, and probably varies figure to figure. The waist area, nice paint job for the belt with a little bit of details sculpted in there. Pouch on the side by the buckle. Of course, the silver buckle painted in there. Mine's probably just a little scratched. It's hard to say if that's a poor paint application or if that something happened to the figure. Other little details just continue along the belt, even a little pouch on the backside. On the leg area, that holster is, as you can tell, sculpted into the leg of the figure. It is not usable by the weapon that he comes with, which is unfortunate, but I don't think any of the figures at the time yet did come with usable holsters. I could certainly be wrong, but I don't think so. Anyways, rest of the pant area, got some pockets sculpted in there, and again, that little bit of dirt spray on them continues throughout the legs. And then down at the boot area, things are looking pretty good there. Nice sculpting with the little straps running around the top side of the boot. As far as articulation, the head, of course, does go side to side, so no problems there, and that's all that range of motion is. Arm area, both go up. As far as wrist articulation, because this right wrist is detachable, you're able to spin it around. And here, just to show that detaching, just pop that right off. At the waist area, you do got your swivel articulation there. And then for the legs, they both do come straight out. And they go all the way back. So pretty standard articulation for the time. Obviously a little bit of bonus articulation since that wrist is removable, that you get the swiveling there. With the lightsaber in the hand, that does give you a little added stuff that you can do for playability with that. And Luke Skywalker does come with 2 accessories. First up, we'll take a look at his blaster. Man, I gotta say, I forgot how huge the weapons were back in this time. Obviously, things have gotten smaller as the line progressed, but I mean, you know, here's the little Han Solo blaster that came with the Force Awakens version. You can see it quite a bit smaller. Probably a little too small. But anyways, on to this weapon. Pretty nice sculpting to it. This is the same one I think that we got with the Han Solo figure, and technically the scope on the top of the blaster for Luke Skywalker should be more on the side. It's splitting hairs here. It's a plastic weapon. Pretty nice sculpting to it though. No special weathering or anything, just your plain old black plastic here. But no matter which side you're looking at it, things are looking pretty good here. And it does fit pretty nicely in his hand. On his lightsaber, things are looking pretty good here too. Nice blue to it. And as far as the hilt, sculpting of that is looking pretty accurate. No special paint application to it other than it being a silver painted hilt. Obviously, you know, there would be a little black on the handle area and stuff that we don't have here. They just weren't doing that type of paint detailing yet at that time. So otherwise, though, it is still pretty good looking lightsaber. And certainly no problem with him holding that in his hand. So overall, like I mentioned at the beginning, this is not the best Bespin Luke that we've received, but I still love this figure. It's one of the favorites that I have. And of course, getting that detachable hand with the figure was a pretty nice little bonus there too. And so that wraps up this look at Bespin Luke Skywalker. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this figure in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.